Thank you for watching. This is the Axial SCX102 version 2 Trail Honcho. This is the most budget-friendly version that you can get currently of the SCX10 family, to put it like that. So there's a couple of different versions. This one at $329, I believe, is the most cheap one. So if you're new to the hobby, I can imagine that you're going to pick one of these up, and perhaps a friend of yours does as well, and then it becomes like a challenge to keep track of your truck. So in order to make sure that you actually can keep track of your truck, we're going to paint it up a tiny bit. I'm going to keep it super simple, so I'm going to put some black on the roof over here. I'm going to put some black over the sides, and after that we're actually going to, I know this is pure blasphemy if you're used to watching my channel, we're going to use some of these stickers. I think this whole section, this whole camo section is really cool. It has a lot of potential. Just on that stock body color, you're not really going to notice it, just because there's a few tones in there that are really close to the main color of the body, which is, I don't even know what color it is. A lot of people hate it. I really like it. If I need to qualify it as a color, I would call it like a latte macchiato, or a caramel frappuccino, or something like that. So this Starbucks type of color does need to have some sort of a backing or a background color before these camo sections are actually going to pop. Now, I don't have any fancy plotters or stuff to assist me in cutting. I don't have that when I'm painting, and I don't have that in cutting out these stickers either. So we will just see what the best way to go about that is. I do have a ruler and I do have a blade, so with those prehistorical means, I'm actually going to see what I can do to cut out those stickers, make sure that it actually starts to look a tiny bit different. I have a lot of catching up to do. I've been missing in action for a couple of weeks, had some family matters to attend to. In case you don't know, I live in Norway. I'm originally Dutch. My mom lives, and my sister as well, they live in France, and that's also where I needed to go, and that takes a lot of time out of my schedule in case something does occur. And that's just the way it is, I guess. In the meantime, also, Hobbyco filed for bankruptcy. Now, what does that mean for Axial? I think Axial, along with Arma, is one of the biggest grossing brands within Hobbyco. So I have no doubt at all that those two brands at least will get picked up by an investor, and that they will be made into healthy brands for the future that we will be able to continue to enjoy. That's all I'm going to say about that. I've seen a lot of people crying, bitching and moaning about the whole ordeal that's going on with Hobbyco. But you know what, fuck that. And yeah, no doubt in my mind that those two brands will prevail. So that's also why we're going to continue making videos about these trucks, because well, Axial of course is an awesome brand with I think great following. I will be attending a couple of events as well this year. All of those videos will be free, so the minute that I have them done, I will just post them on my YouTube channel, free of cost. You don't have to pay me $1 to see those. And it will continue to be free in the future, because I don't think you can rely on YouTube as an income at all. That's just some notion that some people seem to have with some sort of entitlement that follows along with it, that I think can be qualified as bullshit. So those are my thoughts for today. Let's mask some stuff up over here, maybe even dismount this whole cage and start painting, keeping it super simple. I took the cage off, I took some of the stickers off, cleaned up the body, used some rubbing alcohol to take the glue off. Mask the inside of the body as well. That's pretty important, just because there you do risk some fumes sort of like entering the body, and when that happens your windows will look completely fucked up. You don't want that to happen. Let's see, well, for now I think I've cut the masking tape over the roof just to mimic that black section in front. I've also cut it over the front arches here, pressed everything down securely. It should all be good to go. So the next step is to apply this PS5 Tamiya black. You don't have to be afraid when you paint a body on the outside that it's going to come off anytime soon. What happens with these Lexan specific paints is they actually sort of bite or etch into the Lexan, and they really hold up to a lot of abuse. And in case they don't, you can always touch it up really easy. with this chemical sort of like substance biting into the Lexan, it will make sure that it completely fuses to the body, to put it like that. It will also give you a great base in case you want to use some other types of paint to sort of act as a primer, but I will get into that in a next video. For now, this is going to go into my kitchen. That's where I always paint, because outside it is too cold. It's very snowy out here in Norway. So I'm going to paint this on. After that we are onto the stickers. All of the black is on. Now usually I would paint a coat of a PS55 flat clear over it, but because all of the stickers that are black that are still left on the body, all of those are glossy, so I decided to not do any of the flat clearing in this case. You can tell that if you do paint on the outside of the body, it can actually turn out pretty glossy. I think Tamiya also offers a regular clear right now, so like a glossy clear that you could use on the outside of a Lexan body in case you want to go that route. For me, it's time to sort of like carefully start peeling away all this masking tape, see if hopefully I don't have any overspray, and after that we're going to cut these stickers, see what kind of stuff we can create to put on those black spots that I just painted on. Usually I really hate stickers with a passion, but seeing that you get such a big sheet of camo with this truck, it does leave some room for customization and applying them in a bit of a different way. Usually I don't like stickers because I think they make all trucks look the same, especially window stickers and stuff like that. I just think that, I don't know, there's a better way to do it. In my case, that's paint. In this case, however, I have really nothing against it, seeing that these are all colors that you can't really get. At least not for in Lexan paint. Getting a big sticker sheet like this does give you some opportunity to customize it, sort of like in the same spirit as the rest of the truck. And I don't want to sort of divert from the stock look all too much. So that's where this really comes in handy. Damn, that was a long sentence. So what I did is I actually put some masking tape over the sticker sheet, sketched out my font. You can also sketch out a logo, whatever you want to do. So you can tell that I put an Axial logo on the top, kind of mimicked what's going on over here along the side of that newly painted black surface on the roof. Put some HemiStorm logos on the sides. So you just sketch it out, use a pen, use a ruler, whatever you want to do. Then you cut it, you start peeling the excess material, and once you're done doing that, you put another layer of masking tape over it in order to actually transfer it to the body. That also makes sure that you have like a continuing pattern on the camo in this case. Which is fairly important, I think, for the look. I don't think that turned out all too bad, so so far so good in this little project. It does still need, I'm still really bad at muting my shit, it does still need an interior. We'll get into that in one of the future videos. For now, I just really want to run this thing. Yeah, that's that. If you want to check out the unboxing that I did on this truck, go check out the link in the video description. I will also make sure that there's a link to Axial Racing's website where you can find out more about the SCX102 version 2 Trail Honcho. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's free. It will always stay free. No Patreon, no GoFundMe, no PayPal bullshit over here. And that will continue to be the same in 2018. 2018 also has a lot of events happening. I will be attending a few of those. Perhaps you have some suggestions to events that have slipped my attention so far. If you do, please let me know in the comments section. I always reply. If you have any questions or comments about what I did today as well, please let me know. I always respond. And if you want to be a tiny bit ahead of what I'm doing over here, Facebook and Instagram, links to those are in the video description. Well, that's that. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you hopefully in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Back on.